We all have battles inside us, silent struggles, hidden desires. It's part of being human. Sometimes those battles are about wanting more stuff, more power, more attention. This, my friend, is the trap of greed. And it never truly satisfies. It whispers promises of happiness. It tells us that if we just had this or that, then life would be complete. But greed is a liar. It takes and takes, but it never fills the emptiness inside. It's easy to feel alone in this struggle. But take heart, you're not. The Bible is full of stories about people who face the same temptations, and their stories offer us wisdom for our own journeys. Let's explore this together. Let's talk about greed, its roots, and how to find true contentment. There's hope for all of us. Greed whispers, more, more, more. It's not just about money though, it's about wanting more of anything we think will make us happy. More possessions, more power, more control. We see it in the pursuit of the newest gadgets, the biggest houses, the most impressive titles. Greed tells us we're not enough, that we need more to be worthy, to be loved. But here's the secret. Greed is a bottomless pit. It can never be satisfied. No matter how much we accumulate, it's never enough. We think more will make us happy, but it only leaves us emptier. It robs us of joy, contentment, and genuine connection with others. It's time to break free from this illusion. The Bible tells stories of those caught in greed's web. Achan in the book of Joshua coveted riches and hid stolen treasures. His greed cost him his life and brought sorrow to his family. Judas, one of Jesus' own disciples, betrayed him for 30 pieces of silver. His greed blinded him to loyalty, friendship, and ultimately his own salvation. Then there's the rich young ruler who asked Jesus what he must do to inherit eternal life. He followed the commandments, yet something was missing. Jesus challenged him to sell his possessions and follow him. The young man walked away, his heart chained to his wealth. These stories are not meant to condemn but to warn. Greed destroys. It separates us from God and others. It leaves us empty and alone. Greed often wears a mask. We think it's about selfishness, but at its root, it's often fear. Fear of scarcity, fear of not having enough, fear of being unworthy. We try to fill that fear with possessions, achievements, or the approval of others. But true security and worth come from a deeper source, our relationship with God. When we don't understand our value in God's eyes, we seek it in the wrong places. We chase after things that promise fulfillment but ultimately leave us feeling emptier than before. Recognizing the fear beneath our greed is the first step toward healing. Our modern world, really feeds the beast of greed. Advertisements scream at us to buy more, achieve more, be more. Social media tempts us to compare ourselves and our possessions to others. We're told that happiness is found in the next purchase, the next promotion, the next level of status. But this hunger for more is honestly a never-ending cycle. The more we acquire, the more we want. The more we achieve, the more pressure we feel to maintain that level of success. This constant striving leaves us exhausted, stressed, and disconnected from what truly matters. It's time to step off the treadmill of consumerism and find contentment in something deeper. Jesus offered a different perspective. He warned, "Watch out, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in an abundance of possessions." He taught that true security comes not from what we own, but from our relationship with God. No one can serve two masters. You cannot serve both God and money. Proverbs chapter 11 verse 28 reminds us, "Those who trust in their riches will fall, but the righteous will thrive like a green leaf." True wealth is not measured in material possessions but in spiritual abundance. It's found in generosity, contentment, and a heart aligned with God's purposes. Breaking free from greed's grip is possible. It starts with small steps, with daily choices that shift our focus from acquiring to giving, from consuming to appreciating. First, give something away. It doesn't have to be much. Donate to a cause you care about, offer a helping hand to a neighbor, or simply share a word of encouragement with someone who needs it. Second, pause before you purchase. Ask yourself if you truly need it, or if it's simply feeding the desire for more. Often, the act of pausing helps us to make wiser choices. Third, bless someone in secret. Do something kind for someone without expecting anything in return. This could be a note of appreciation, a small act of service, or a simple prayer for their well-being. True riches are not found in our bank accounts but in the depths of our hearts. They're the result of a life lived in alignment with God's values, love, generosity, compassion, and gratitude. When we seek first God's kingdom and His righteousness, everything else falls into place. Our priorities shift, our desires change, and we discover a joy that no amount of material possessions can provide. We begin to experience the abundance of God's love, provision, and peace. We find true contentment not in having more but in being more loving, more compassionate, more generous. There's a place for all of us at God's table. No matter our past mistakes or current struggles, we're invited to come as we are. God's grace is sufficient for us, His love knows no bounds, and His desire is for us to experience true freedom and fulfillment. Let's turn away from the trap of greed and embrace the abundance of God's love. Let's seek true riches that will last for eternity. There's room for you, for me, for all of us. Come, let us feast at the table of grace and find true contentment for our souls. This series is brought to you by the Open Table Outreach, where you're always welcome. If you found this video helpful or encouraging, please like it, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss a new release. Feel free to share it with your friends and family. You never know who may need this message today. And remember, you are loved, valued, and never alone. There's always room at the open table.